Welcome, my YouTube friends. I just flipped the switch to go live around the world. We were just local for a few minutes here in the Bay Area of California, but now we flipped the amazing switch that sends our Sunday Sacred Self-Care feed around the world. And we're going to relax on our back for about 2 more minutes. If you're just getting in, you certainly could sit, of course, but I recommend just laying on your back. And in a moment, we'll start our yin and restorative. Take a load off. Find your breath. There's no rush on Sunday. Okay, let's spend a minute to do our Sunday ritual of just feeling whatever we're feeling. There's a lot of feelings to digest, and so simply breathe what you feel what you breathe, no evasion, no postponing, just being present with whatever our nervous system is communicating. Okay, then the great and terrible prayer of acceptance. I accept exactly who I am, where I am, what I have, what I'm doing, what I'm feeling, right here, right now, exactly the way that it is. Okay, then we'll wiggle our fingers and toes and circulate fresh, brand new life force through ourselves. Take your arms up to the ceiling and stretch back over your head. Writhe around a little bit, and first thing in the morning, I get to drink coffee, intergalactic, cosmic ecstasy. You know, that stuff. Put a goofy grin on your face. Good. Please draw your knees in. Just roll around a little bit on your back. It's a good way to get started. Turtles do it. Good. Let's roll up together. What do you say? Welcome, everybody. If you're a Zoom friend that's been practicing with me for 25 years, it's great to see you. And if you're in Tasmania or Romania or in Mania, it's a good place to be. On Sunday, we get together to gather for some yin yoga, the quieter kind, some restorative yoga, little prayer, little meditation, little chanting, and without being gratuitous about this next statement, my beloved older sister passed away last night, and I am I'm experiencing the peace that passes all understanding, and I know she's truly in a better place, and so I'm grateful and eager to do yoga with my friends and to practice the not the appearance of things, the loss of somebody, but the remembrance that we are ongoing spiritual beings and that we're always moving to a better place. And boy, is my sister in a better place. So, anyway, if you'd like to say a prayer to my dear sister Lynn on her journey as she moves into the other planes of existence. God bless you, Lynn. Thank you for being a beautiful being and a great sister. May your journeys be ecstatic and blissful beyond all measure, because you've earned it. Om, amen, peace. Okay, speaking of Om, let's chant a good long Om together. Nice big inhale. Om. Okay, beautiful friends around the world, we're just going to do a little bit of joint juice before we move into the yin and the restorative. So just some shoulder circles. I like rituals. They help to tie me into the source, back to the place of peace. Other way, I've kind of promised and committed to myself that I would just feel everything. And sometimes it's nothing, sometimes it's numb, sometimes it's joy, sometimes it's peace, sometimes it's sobbing. You know how it is. Cycle of life. Good job. Okay, breathe with me. Inhale, exhale out. Arms up your back, behind your neck. Poof. Death is the final enemy to be defeated, isn't it? Poof. And poof. Good. I wonder if you'd share lacing your hands and smoothing your thumbs down your sternocleidomastoids, the wide side of your neck. Just nice and smooth. This is self-care at its best. On Monday evening, if you want, we can do push-ups and handsprings and cartwheels, but Sunday we're going to soothe ourselves from what's been a rough week for many of us. And we're going to get our joy back. Joy comes in the morning. 7, 8. Good. Now I'm going to take my right fingers to the back left corner of my head because my head does have a corner on it. I'm just going to tilt my head over to the right. And then when it's done tilting, I'm going to drop my chin. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to practice more feeling and less thinking as we settle into our practice together. Slow and steady wins the game. I'm going to drop my chin a little more. My mind is becoming more and more quiet. It's more presence of being and less the details of things. I like that. Good. Now bring my head back up. You can too. Left finger's back right corner. First tilt and then drop and then tilt and then drop and then tilt, drop. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders. Soften your face, these facial expression. Digest these feelings. Good, beautiful friends. And then we'll click the thing back up, drop a chin, take our head around 6 times. 1. Welcome if you're brand new, if the algorithm just dropped you off and some guy doing yoga in a tiny space. But the intention here at Upward Spiral Yoga is an upward spiral, a healing, an uplift, an upgrade, a conscious transformation, one day at a time. 6. Other way. Yoga is more than getting your feet behind your head. It's an entire smorgasbord of anything we do to connect. If you're a seeker, you're a yogi. 5. 6. Good. Please just drop your chin down, close your eyes. The technical name, if we did this in a strict way, would be Jalandhara Bandha, throat lock. But you can be simple, just drop your chin, maybe make ujjayi breathing sound, that little whispery aspirant sound at the back of your throat. Let's keep it simple today. Okay, let's bring our face back up, and I'd like to chant a few times today. I'd like to get my vibe move in and out. Inhale. Good. Now, this is interesting if you ain't done it, but first you start with cats kneading. It's just a soothing, calming, repetitive, rhythmic motion with my wrist dorsiflexed, and then I put them in here and I just go side to side, and it's incredible multitasking. I'm stretching my wrists, I'm pumping my hips, I'm relaxing my shoulders, I'm keeping myself adhered to the earth. Then I go forward, up, over, and I push down. 1, 2. By the way, if you're brand new, just do the best you can and get a little better every day. I cannot give a better strategy for life than slow, steady improvement over a long period of time. Now, if you can, you push down, straighten your arms, drop your chin, and if you can't, you do the best you can, because I ain't got no better advice other than do the best you can and get a little better every day. If you get a little bit better at something every day, after a lot of days, you're an expert. Good, then arms out, this flexion of our wrists, this vulture, back of your hands, pump a few times. Then back up, over, forward, around and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, if you can push down and straighten your arms and drop your chin, that's great. If not, fake it till you make it. Stop thinking. More feeling, less thinking. Okie doke. And then the greatest instruction ever, go like this. Other way. If you could just have somebody show you anything and they said, go like this, and you did it. So a billionaire is talking to you and he says, go like this, and you're a billionaire. Or a virtuoso musician says, go like this. It's kind of like that. It just takes a while. Shake your paws out. Frustration, aggravation, sadness, grief, loss, get it out. Hello, bright new future. Good. Cup your hands at your heart, and with me, if you would feel holy, sacred, and reverent for a moment. Good. Now, I'm just going to show this from the side. This is a famous Sunday movement, and your knees might be up, and sitting cross-legged might just be like a little slice of hell for you. If it is, just roll up a blanket and put it underneath your butt. But if you can lean forward at all, and if you have yoga blocks, if you don't have yoga blocks, get them. Just get a set. Go on Amazon. They can be delivered by 3 o'clock today. Anyway, this. Now your hands can support your body if you want. You can grab a wrist with one hand behind your back. That's a yoga mudra. But as this one sinks in, you'll begin to develop this balance between your hippies and your head. And let the yin begin. Yin is an acronym. It stands for why I in this pose so long. If you're an impatient, restless, irritable person, you may not be able to tolerate this for very long, but if you stick with it, you'll become less restless and more peaceful. That's been my experience as a fidgety, restless person. Better check my stocks, better check my cell phone, better check my Instagram, better check my Twitter, better check see who liked my latest Facebook post, better check the news. Withdraw away from that for a few minutes, rise up higher. This class is not about being the most flexible person in the class. That's something entirely different. This is about being the most peaceful that you can be within this class. Not in comparison to somebody else, in comparison to yourself. Sometimes I roll my forehead out a little bit when I'm thinking too much or anxious. Just roll open my third eye. And then we'll hold perfectly still for 30 seconds. Okay, on your next inhale, come on up. Good. Now, if your wrists will tolerate it, just make yoga fists and put them behind you like this. If you have weak wrists, you can just use your palms, but just a gentle counter stretch. Just lift up. You don't have to be an acrobat or a gymnast. Just lift up. If you can lift up higher than me, great. I need a bunch of people in the world who are better than me at everything. Good. And sink out of that. All right. Stretch your legs out. Wow, great turnout of YouTubers around the world. It's really good to see you. So I'm stretching my legs out, stretching my arms up. Again, challenging. You ain't done yoga. Your knees are bent. You're leaning back. Your spine is caved. Your shoulders are tight as a boiled owl. After a while, you'll get some space inside of your body, and the body will cease to be a prison, and it will become a prism. It will become a light, refracting jewel, so to speak. Relaxing my shoulders, stretching my palms up, extending out through my heels, opening up my toes, I suppose. God bless us one and all. If you don't use the term God, God, love, source, infinite, higher organizing principle. Good. Now I'm just going to plant my hands, bring my feet in, another counter stretch, lift up, mild, medium movements, moderate. Good. Sink down. I have got to turn my heater on. I think the room that I live in doesn't have insulation. I woke up this morning, it was 58 degrees in my room. Anyway, knees wide and just wag your knees a little bit. This is a form of massage, Traeger. You just kind of wiggle and wobble and it tricks your muscles into relaxing because how else are you going to do it? If you can push your knees all the way down and straighten your arms, do that. If you can't, just keep wiggling. Yoga takes like 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks. Okay, and I need a little bit of mirthfulness, so just side to side with your arms. I'm trying to keep my butt velcroed to the floor and just using my torso and extending my arms with a little twist. Now that I'm doing tiny room yoga around the world with 1 billion people watching, I can go to this all the way to my piano. I can hit a B flat minor. I can go over to my desk, side to side. Good, now I'm going internal rotation, external, in, out. Now all the in you got, handcuffs. Pack the back of your arms inside your armpits. If you can't do it, there's still hope for you. There always is hope. Elbows inside your knees if you can. If you can't, then wait. And then I cannot push my elbows together with my knees, but certain of my friends can. Drop your chin, close your eyes. There's some great multitasking. Palmar flexion of your wrists. Really important pressure points inside your knees and your armpits are being stimulated. The back of our neck is stretching because we're dropping our chin and we're aiming our attention inward. We're slowing down. We're not watching the news. If you are, try to stop for at least a couple minutes. Good. Now here's a pose little kids love. Feet together. Bring your knee. You may not be able to, when your knees come in, you might be thrown back like, golly, I can't really squeeze myself into a small ball anymore. That's okay. Just be here. Knees together if you can. Pull your heels into your bottom if you can. And just wrap yourself as tightly as you can, but float your head up. Relax your shoulders. Drop your chin. And if you're squeezier than I am, excellent. I recommend you be your own main squeeze. Now I want the base of my spine to move in a little bit. I want to keep the natural 3 curves of my spine. Shoulders relaxed. Squeezing is good. Everybody needs a squeeze every now and then. Good, now here's just a fun, simple little movement. Just pray with your hands and feet. If you can lift your feet, do that. If you can't, keep coming back every Sunday for about 20 years, you'll be fine. So this is good. If your feet aren't within striking distance, grab your knees. If you can grab my freezing cold feet, we're just going to be very simple with this. I'm just going to stretch lefty. Now I'm not even concerned whether the leg straightens out all the way. That's a different class on a different day. I just want to be rhythmic. I want to be rocking and rolling side to side, nice and easy. Good. Just stretch them both out. If you can go wider and do the full splits and sit really tall, if you can levitate, if you can turn invisible, if you can use telepathy, do all of those things. Sometimes those take a while. Bring these back in, set them down like that, and then take your right shin and fold it under like this. Couple more this is the joint juice sequence, world famous. After this, we'll move into restorative. If this is really hard, lean over on your left side. It'll take pressure out of this stuff. After a while, you'll be able to sit up, hands behind your head, and gently tilt your right elbow down to the floor. You'll note mine doesn't. So sometimes I'm an example. Most of the times I'm a warning. Close your eyes. How can you build patience in life? By slowing down and being patient of all things. Can I learn it more quickly? Good. Inhale up. Stretch paws up. Turn to the right if you can. Relax your arms down. Left hand, right hip is fine. Have a little twist to the right. If you're twistier, be twistier. If you're less twisty, become more twisty. Close your eyes. Again, for me, all these Sunday poses are prayers. They're somatic bodily prayers. Inhale here. Exhale here as well, because I don't know where else we're going. Now I'm just going to lean back on my hands and I'm going to lift up my rump, head back. Sink down, drag your right foot out. If you have access to grabbing your right foot, grab it. If not, maybe here and just circle it around. Other way. Simple animal primate movements. Now, if your right ankle doesn't happily go on top of your left knee like this, don't even trip. Just leave it down there. After a while, it'll go there. You'll be able to go there. Grab your elbows and work your elbows side to side. I call it joint juice. Technically, it's viyama, breaking up congestion, stiffness, crunchiness in the body, side side. Good, now I'm going to bring my elbows down. I'm going to reach out super wide, palms open. I'm going to bring my right arm under. I'm going to give myself a hug because I can use one. Now, if your arms fold up into eagle arms, do that. Either way, up and down with your elbows. If you don't think you're tight in your neck, back, and shoulders and in between your shoulder blades, you are. Good, and then circle your elbows around to break up congestion. This is decongestant for our body. Other way. What did Einstein say? Matter is compressed energy? Yeah. Good, now take your body, elbows face to the right as far as you can, and then turn just your face to the left. Tilt your head to the left with a little bit of saucy attitude. Drop your chin. Be unusually peaceful in the face of appearances. Good, beautiful friends, and then bring it back. Release. Just an inhale, regular old inhale. Release out. Now use your right hand on your shin and just grab your tippies and just crank a doodle on your ankle. Keep some happiness going south of the border. 6, other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, chant an Om with me if you'd be so kind. Let's get an Om going all the way around the world. Inhale. Okay, other side, and then restorative yoga, I promise. So I'm going to stretch my legs out. My right knee is going to go out to the side. My left shin is going to fold under. If you're new, you might need to lean way over here for a while until this loosens up a little bit. Lace your hands behind your head if you can. And then my really flexible friends, I have a lot of contortionist friends. They just bring their left elbow down to the floor. You do you, I'll do me. Be yourself, everyone else is taken. Until we become ourselves, we're an amalgam of everyone else. You're this, you're that. And then after a while, we slowly but surely begin to acquire, affirm, evolve our own identity. Ideally, some people never do. They never find that. It's the great adventure of life to find out who you are. Good, then just stretch up, turn left, and maybe right hand, left hip, left arm behind you. Get a nice little twist. Close your eyes, stop thinking. We're going from the outside to the inside, from appearances to reality, from the exoteric to the esoteric. By the way, we are calm, peaceful souls. Really, right now, with everything that's going on, with family members dying and world situations, yep. Inhale and come out. Now, just lean back on your hands, which may be a big thing for you, a big stretch. Lift your bottom, make your bottom your top. When you run into that edge of your range of motion, that's right where I want you, right on the edge. It's a great place to live life once you get used to it. Good, and come on down. Drag this out. If your foot is like miles away, just kind of take it around. Otherwise, grab your foot. Take it around in a circle. This is good for your butt. It's good for your butt. It's good for my butt. Everybody needs to loosen their butt. Everybody's got a tight ass nowadays. Good. Now, if your foot does not go on top of your left knee with immunity and impunity, just put it there. God loves you equally both ways. It's just, this is to open up space inside of ourselves so we can let more God in, so to speak. Grab your elbows, switch it the weird way, bring them up, and loosening up my corset a little bit. Oh boy, that is tight up there, but every day I loosen it up a little bit. Slow, steady progress over a long period of time. But then I'm going to bring these guys down. I'm sweeping out. Going to do a couple of Sheryl Crows for fun, side to side with arm twisties. Good, then palms open and left arm under. You might be only able to like grab to here. That's okay. Grab tighter. Grab really tight if you can. Fold them up into praying mantis, aka eagle, up and downs. I'm on a mission from God, G-A-W-D. I'm on a mission from God to help all my friends around the world break open the congestion, the stiffness, the trauma, the PTSD. Other way with your elbows, circle it out. I've had my share, I'm sure you've had yours, and let's break open these old ancient patterns of energy and turn them back into love. Good, now I'm sitting up tall, taking chest, face, elbows to the left. And then all my face over to the right, tilting my head to the right, dropping my chin, maybe even tilting my forearms to the left. Close your eyes. We are calm, peaceful souls. Peace is a practice like golfing or piano or accounting or anything else. It's just that it's the most valuable one. Good. Now bring it back to the center. Release. Now, if you have access to grabbing this shin and just crank a doodle on your foot, give your foot some love. It's been carrying you around all these years. Other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up for a whopping big part the Red Sea Om. Inhale. Okay, close your eyes, drop your chin, stop thinking, practice presence. Almost all religion and spirituality, if boiled down to 3 words, practicing the presence. 2 words, practicing presence. 1 word, presence. Okay, my friends, we're going to finish with 2 or 3 restorative poses, and for this you'll need either a block. Sure would be good. Go on YouTube. They sell these big blue ones for cheap. You can have them by 3 o'clock. It's about 5 inches by 8 inches by 14 inches. Blue, Soylent blue apparently. Nice and light, strong. And I like it because I can use it for the props for all of my restorative and yin yoga. But this is the pose I'm really feeling right now. I want to kind of make sure my heart is open and I don't block and I don't evade or postpone, but I'm going to put a head block there. Sorry for the crap in my living room. I've been distracted. But anyway, all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my, right where my bra strap is, I'm going to put that over the heart block or a pillow. If you don't have blocks, get them. But in the meantime, a pillow. And then my head, my silly head that thinks it runs the show, ha ha. And my head will go here. Now my legs, I like this. You might like that. You might like this or that. But be a good cat and just relax. And this is going to open up my heart without having to use a rib spreader. It's going to relax my head. If you're a really super bendy person, send me a comment. You can extend your arms back over your head. If you're a little not so flexible, medium, like me, just arms down by the side. And let's chillax for 3-4 minutes in this and open up our hearts. Now, as it may seem like, hey, this makes me breathe from my chest, but that's the intuitive, but be counterintuitive. Move your breathing down to your tongue, down to your belly button. We'll get some diaphragmatic breathing going. We'll let our eyes roll back into catatonia, and we're going to start just feeling better and better. We're going to feel everything better and better. Again, if you're a fidgety, restless person, this is a good thing to practice with us a couple of times a week. Upward Spiral Yoga is the name of the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe, not right now, but later. Let's spread yoga around the planet that can really use it right now. Now that I've relaxed a little bit, I'm going to turn my head block down one size, and it's a little bit kind of like sleeping on a bed of nails, but different. After a while, if you stick with this, you'll learn your body more and more, and you'll know what it needs on any given day. Sometimes you need more, sometimes you need less, sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't. One more minute. Okay, my friends, if you're still amongst the living, put the fingertips on the back of your head. Lift up your head. This drives a lot of leverage into my heart spine, keeps my heart open. Arms down by the side of my body. Press up and out. Good job. It's a good way to keep our hearts open. Good. Now, a variation for really super relaxing, but if you would chant an Om with me, let it out. Nice big inhale. God, love, source, infinite, higher, organizing, nameless, bless us one and all. All right. And my favorite restorative pose. It takes some stuff, so a couple blocks stacked up like that is wonderful. That's at an angle. Used to have a big old yoga studio, so I got tons of blankets. Probably going to open up another one pretty soon. Anyway, for this one, my feet come together. You can see the angle behind my head, the angled bolster. I'm going to roll up a blanket underneath this leg. Now my knee, I'm pretty open with my knees going out to the side. If you're tighter, just roll up bigger burritos. This goes here. Nice support. I lay back. And now we're going into ecstasy and bliss. We're going to a deserted tropical island together with white sand beaches and palm fronds waving over the top of us. And this should feel really good. If it's not, settle into it or fix it. And we'll do this until 12 o'clock unless you're watching it recorded. Anyway, settle in. Supta Baddha Konasana. If I had another blanket around, I don't see when I'd cover myself up, but I'm pretty groovy here, and let's share some bliss together. Some euphoria, some peace. Just keep releasing and letting go layer by layer. One more blissful minute. Okay, let's stretch our legs out together on our white sand beach. Let's wiggle our fingers and toes and circulate super ecstatic peacefulness through ourselves. As strange as that sounds under the circumstances. Okay, I'm going to use my arms to help myself back up slowly. I'm going to reorient myself toward the camera, the world, my friends. And we'll bring our hands into our common heart. So many things apparently make us disparate and different in this universe, but we have this great peace and silence in common. Good to remember. All together we say, Namaste. As always, I bid adieu, arrivederci, auf Wiedersehen, and adios to my YouTube friends. First, thank you for supporting the channel and spreading the connection of yoga all the way around the planet. Yoga is a great way of seeing our similarities rather than our differences, I believe, and it's very healing in that regard. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Looney and I, he's out in the yard, he'll be in next class. Really appreciate you a lot. We'll see you guys next time.